Hello, hello. What is this, take four? I am here with a very exciting project that I finally completed, and I'm equally excited to show it off. I have a collage here of some of the pictures throughout the process of making everything. We've got polygons, we've got vertices, we've got light sources, illumination models, we have ray tracing, which is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so ecstatic that I have such a deep understanding of this. Now, all of this stuff is the core of 3D graphics, and obviously this is going to be used. I just executed the wrong program. This is going to be used and is used heavily in 3D video game graphics and modeling, 3D modeling. And I have 3 versions of this assignment I want to actually show off. The first version is the more simpler one. We just get our scene set up, we get our objects set up, they have vertices, polygons, and they each have a color attached to each facing, each polygon of each object. You can see that with the pyramid. And we also have functionality down here on the GUI. We can scale, translate, rotate. I can make this pyramid really big. You can see the colors a little bit better. I can select the cube, rotate this guy a little bit. I can push him all the way back into the pyramid, and you'll see that we start to have clipping, and it's actually cutting off where it should be. Just another small feature that was implemented. That's about all there is to be said for that, and everything kind of repeats itself. We incorporate what we used in the previous version into the newer one and the newer one, but objects do change, so that's why I wanted to show off a scene with like 2 objects, because now we're going to be in a scene with 1 object. This is the second version of the assignment. And to start off with, we're going to have like different rendering methods. The first one's simple, wireframe. You can see what it's doing. I'll make this a little bigger. It's just drawing straight lines to all of the vertices on the polygons. The next one is what we already saw for the pyramid and the cube in the previous version. Just using using a declared color on each facing. This is where it gets a little interesting. Now we're using shading that is showing off that we have a light source. This is an illumination model now. You can see that the light is hitting the right edge and there's a shadow on the bottom edge. The light source in the scene is above you, to the right and behind, so like above your right shoulder, behind you if you want to think about it like that. And this is just flat shading. Flat shading is super simple. You take one plane, calculate an illumination model for one point on the plane, and you just apply that color to the whole plane. That's why all of these are solid. And we just keep improving the models a little bit, and a little bit, and a little bit. This is a garage shading method. It's a slightly altered version of the previous method. It's like averaging normals and getting better light sources. And then the next one, which might not even be noticeable. You might have missed it. The final rendering method for this version of the assignment is fog shading, and it's a slight improvement over garage shading. I think it really helps with certain highlights from the light source, so some angles might be less noticeable than others. This is a pretty noticeable angle, so garage shading here to fog shading. There. Okay, I can move on to the final beast, the one we're all here for, the one I'm here for. Oh, this is going to take forever to execute. This is the ray tracing one. I think I'm doing 10 iterations for the rays. this will take a while. So we're actually using TK Enter's default method for drawing onto a canvas. That's my number one theory for why this is so slow, the drawing method. We're doing one pixel at a time with just the TK Enter drawing method. Oh, it's loading. It's on the other monitor. I won't be able to drag it over for a second because I think it wants to load. Come on. There we go. Don't touch the GUI at the bottom because then everything breaks. But look at this. Isn't this beautiful? So, again, we're showing off well, actually the objects changed. Again, each version has different objects. But for raycasting, we're doing spheres and planes. And I think that's because it's easy to calculate for these objects. And the plane and sphere is just really made well for raycasting. You just get a lot of detail. We also have the illumination model happening, as we saw from the previous assignment. We've got shadows coming off the objects. We have reflectivity. The 3 balls that are colored are actually fairly reflective. You can see that for yourself. And then the plane is also a little bit reflective. This front left ball is a little weird. Everything looks upside down and broken. This is a translucent. This is refractive. So the rays hit the surface of the sphere and go into it and exit out of the other side with some really complicated magic math. But I didn't have to derive the math, so that's okay. But that is everything I have to show off. This was a really fun project. I'm so happy I did this. I'm definitely planning to redo a raycasting engine and put it, I want to redo it in TypeScript, JavaScript, and put it on my website. That'll be later though. But thank you to whoever is watching, and goodbye.